One of the loopholes he took advantage of when he claimed $1 billion loss that enabled him to avoid paying taxes.
Did you use that $916 million loss to avoid paying personal federal income taxes?
Of course I do. And so do all of her donors, or most of her donors. I know many of her donors. I pay tremendous numbers of taxes. I absolutely used it. And so did Warren Buffett. And so did George Soros. And so did many of the other people that Hillary is getting money from. She complains that Donald Trump took advantage of the tax cut. Why didn't she change it? Why didn't you change it when you were a senator? The reason you didn't is that all your friends take the same advantage that I do. And I do. You have provisions in the tax code that frankly we could change, but you wouldn't change it because all of these people give you the money so you can take negative ads on Donald Trump.
Exactly. Why didn't she eliminate the tax cut? And Trump did make a very compelling comeback. That's all in the past now, though. As you know, Donald Trump has been inaugurated as the President of the United States of America. Some people are happy, others are frustrated and disgusted at the fact that he is their president, and even more people are elated that he brought TikTok back. Well, as a celebration of President Trump's graceful win, these are the times he showed he possesses immense aura and humbled his haters. Let's get to the video.
The left-wing gender insanity being pushed on our children is an act of child abuse. Here's my plan to stop the chemical, physical, and emotional mutilation of our youth. On day one, I will revoke Joe Biden's cruel policies on so-called gender-affirming care. Ridiculous. A process that includes giving kids puberty blockers, mutating their physical appearance, and ultimately performing surgery on minor children. Can you believe this?
Are you ready for some tough questions?
You're going to be fair.
I'm going to be fair.
Just be fair.
But you're okay with some tough questions?
No, I'm not. You don't ask Biden tough questions. Are you ready for tough questions?
Are you?
That's no way to talk. I think we have enough of an interview here. I'll see you in a little while. Thanks.
Be careful.
As an interviewer, presenter, or journalist, you are expected to intelligently gather information from a non-biased standpoint. This interviewer, on the other hand, just had to show how much she detests President Trump. She harbored prejudices against Trump which leaked out, eventually making her unprofessional and pathetic.
Why you held on to those documents when you knew the federal government was seeking them and then had given you a subpoena to return them?
Are you ready? Are you ready? Can I talk?
Yeah, what's the answer?
Do you mind?
I would like for you to answer the question.
Okay, it's very simple to answer.
That's why I asked it.
It's very simple to, you're a nasty person, I'll tell you.
Okay, another rude and very unprofessional interviewer. These journalists need to understand that you are working for the people. You were put in that position to serve and not to be condescending to a party member because of your personal ideas. I love the way Trump made her self-aware of the kind of person she is.
Since you're attacking us, can you give us a question? Mr. President-elect.
Go ahead.
Mr. President-elect, since you are attacking our news organization, can you give us a chance?
Your organization
You are attacking our news organization.
Your organization.
Can you give us a chance to ask a question, sir?
Go ahead.
Sir, can you state,
Quiet.
Mr. President-elect,
Go ahead.
Can you state categorically?
She's asking a question. Don't
Mr.
be rude.
President-elect, can you give us a question?
Don't be
You're
rude.
attacking us. Can you give us a question?
Don't be rude.
Can you give us a question?
I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you state categorically?
You are fake news.
Sir,
go ahead.
Can you state categorically that nobody... No, Mr. President-elect, that's not appropriate.
Mr. President, we so appreciate you giving us an hour of your time. I want to start by addressing the elephant in the room, sir. A lot of people did not think it was appropriate for you to be here today. You have pushed false claims about some of your rivals, from Nikki Haley to former President Barack Obama, saying that they were not born in the United States, which is not true. You have told 4 congresswomen of color who were American citizens to go back to where they came from. You have used words like animal and rabid to describe black district attorneys. You've attacked black journalists, calling them a loser, saying the questions that they ask are, quote, stupid and racist. You've had dinner with a white supremacist at your Mar-a-Lago resort. So my question, sir, now that you are asking black supporters to vote for you, why should black voters trust you after you have used language like that?
Well, first of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question in such a horrible manner, a first question. You don't even say, hello, how are you? Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a fake news network, a terrible network. And I think it's disgraceful that I came here in good spirit. I love the black population of this country. I've done so much for the black population of this country. including employment, including opportunity zones with Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, which is one of the greatest programs ever for black workers and black entrepreneurs. Done so much, and and I say this, historically black colleges and universities were out of money. They were stone cold broke, and I saved them, and I gave them long-term financing, and nobody else was doing it. I think it's a very rude introduction. I don't know exactly why you would do something like that. And
now, this reporter just got dismantled by President Trump, but it doesn't end there.
And let me go a step further. I was invited here, and I was told my opponent, whether it was Biden or Kamala, I was told my opponent was going to be here. It turned out my opponent isn't here. You invited me under false pretense. And then you said you can't do it with Zoom. Well, where's Zoom? She's going to do it with Zoom, and she's not coming. And then you were half an hour late, just so we understand. I have too much respect for you to be late. They couldn't get their equipment working or something was wrong.
Mr. President, I would love if you can answer the question on your rhetoric and why you believe that black voters should trust you with another 4 years.
I have been the best president for the black population since Abraham Lincoln. That's my answer.
Better than President Johnson, who signed the Voting Rights Act?
And for you to start off a question and answer period, especially when you're 35 minutes late because you couldn't get your equipment to work in such a hostile manner, I think it's a disgrace.
As you can see, they tried to set him up, but he literally turned the tables against them. And you can see that the reporter was trying to shut Trump up as he was exposing their poor management, unprofessionalism, and shady tactics to make him look horrible to the audience. I dare you to tell me this man has no aura. What a disgrace to this TV company.
The president wanted people to remain calm.
Well, let's get
but Susan, this is important.
Susan,
I want to add, but Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking. I'm speaking in the court then. Let's talk about the fact. Yeah, I'm about to.
Repeal the Trump tax cuts.
Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking. I'm speaking.
I think probably her boss, if you call him a boss, he spends all his time on the beach. But look, and he wouldn't have lost 300,000 men and women, but he would have been sitting in Moscow. Quiet, please. She said people start leaving. People don't go to her rallies. There's no reason to go. And the people that do go, she's bussing them in and paying them to be there. In Minnesota, she went out. Wait a minute, I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar?
Yes, Kamala is finally getting a taste of her medicine here. Trump had to come in clutch for his boy. Like, damn, bro said, does that sound familiar? Total annihilation. You see, back when the presidential election for America was going to take place, even Donald Trump Jr. saw Kamala Harris was unfit to govern the nation, especially after her disastrous interview with Fox News.
He agreed with all of the policies that got us to this disastrous place. So they had to put her out there, and it's not working. If she can't do 20 minutes with Bret Baier, how's she going to do against Vladimir Putin? How's she going to do against the mullahs in Iran? How's she going to do against Xi or North Korea or any of the other enemies of America, any of the other enemies of freedom around the world? She's going to get steamrolled. This is not a competent person that can handle this. She got unhinged in a very basic interview. Our enemies would love a Kamala Harris presidency. They are rooting for it like you've never seen. There's a reason Iran is trying to kill my father. And it's not because they want him to be president. It's because they understand that Kamala Harris's weakness is a huge benefit to all of our adversaries all over the world.
Illegal immigrants are causing tremendous crime. Tremendous.
Immigrants commit less crime than U.S.-born citizens.
What? Illegal immigrants. I'm talking about illegal immigrants. I'm not talking about immigrants. I'm talking about illegal immigrants. I'm an immigrant. You're an immigrant. We're all immigrants.
The Pew Research says that there are immigrants on the whole
Come on, try getting it out. Try getting it out.
I'll get it out.
I mean, I don't know if you're going to put this on television, but you don't even know what you're talking about. Try getting it out. Go ahead. You're a very naive person.
A very big congratulations to President Donald Trump for his victory over oppression and anti-free speech. May America become and stay great again. Make sure you comment what you think about President Trump and leave a like on this video if it was somewhat entertaining. This is WOKEAHOLICS Official, and see you next time.